Now down towards Walker. Put under pressure by Mason Mount. Walker able to find Bernardo Silva, and he's continued his run forward as well. Thiago Silva, though, is watching him, and Walker's judged just to have given him a little shove to the ground. And it's a free kick which will be taken by Chelsea on the left-hand touchline. 6 minutes gone on TalkSport, it's 0-0.
Yeah, it looks very, very poor decision there by the looks of things. Thiago went down very cheaply, Walker putting him under a touch of pressure, and I've seen absolutely nothing wrong with that again looking at the replay. Just making a point there, the situation with Chelsea's back five, it means that their wing backs can just lock onto the wide players in Mahrez and Sterling and not worrying about offering too much cover. And quite often with City, as a fullback in the back four, you've got to get tight, but also you've got to worry about locking on to your centre halves as well to offer cover, where City might exploit it. In a five, you don't have to do that. One job.
So Zinchenko has possession for Manchester City, and the early possession is about 2/3, 1/3 in Manchester City favour, which is probably broadly in keeping with what many people would have anticipated it being. Still waiting for the first shot. It is 0-0. Plenty of shadow boxing going on at the moment, but the game being played at a decent tempo. Northern outskirts of Porto. Pinging along left-footed ball. He's got Sterling in goal. Reece James, who's come back, and then Mendy watched him go wide. In the end, got a right hand to it to tip away ball. The first time that Manchester City have looked long, and it was very nearly the perfect ball.
Yeah, and how many times we've seen Ederson do this, when he drills a 60-70 yard pass. Raheem Sterling makes an arcing, bending run off the touchline inside Reece James, and if his first touch is better, he's one-on-one with Mendy and he could probably score, Stu.
Andy, I was just saying about as a fullback, a wing-back, you've got one job to deal with, the wide player, and that's exactly what he should have done. Great run by Sterling, though.
They gone 0-0, first corner, Foden swinging it in. The referee took exception to a push by Zinchenko as two sides were dropping into position. Thiago Silva ended up on the deck. And there is a free kick which will be taken by Chelsea inside the 6-yard box. 0-0 the score.
Yeah, in this scenario, in these matchups, it's James against Sterling, it's Chilwell against Mahrez, and you've just got to deal with your wide man. And I've got to say, it was a fantastic run by Sterling. Just come inside and then dipped in behind. And he was very unfortunate not to get a clear run at goal.
It's amazing how many times actually Ederson is able to do that. He's so good with the ball at his feet. You have to switch on as if a midfielder's got the ball when you're defending that, because he can just literally drop it on a plate, as I mentioned, from 60-70 yards, and that was an outstanding chance. It wasn't an easy first touch for Raheem Sterling. If it had been a fraction better, I don't think Reece James covers.
It was Raheem Sterling that broke the deadlock the last time the two sides met 3 weeks ago in the league. Much changed City side today. 8 changes from Man City. Here's Havertz after Stones has missed his kick. Finding Mount, making a run in the middle. He's completely missed his kick. He was 8 yards out. The angle was relatively tight, but he was still inside the 6-yard box. And he swung a left foot and it hit his right and bounces to safety. With Manchester City able to bring it forward with Sterling in possession, and he slipped it inside the penalty area from Mahrez's run. And Chelsea's last guys defending a combination of Rudiger and Chilwell gets it away. Back it comes again. Zinchenko to Sterling. Well, the first 9.5 minutes suggest this could be some encounter. Both sides showing how good they can be on the counter-attack. Zinchenko was the corner of the penalty area. Finding Sterling. 4 in light blue inside that box. One of them, Riyad Mahrez, trying to take it on away from Reece James, whose clearance just about gets out of harm's way. And then Kai Havertz will follow Zinchenko with the ball. And I think it's going to be a Chelsea ball. 10 minutes gone. Manchester City 0, Chelsea 0 on TalkSport.
One thing I really enjoy about European football is years ago there was a lot of defensive play, a lot of teams going on the road and banking up behind the ball. Champions League football now, teams just go after each other, and this game is following that format.
Bernardo Silva finding Ilkay Gundogan. Certainly no signs of any ill effects from the knock that he picked up in training yesterday. Stones now down towards Ruben Dias. Finding Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan just turning it behind the referee. Probably wanted to angle the ball out towards Mahrez on the right-hand touchline, but couldn't because of the positioning of the referee ahead of him. But Manchester City have maintained the ball very easily here. It's worked forward from Walker. Gundogan now down to the City right-hand side, where Bernardo Silva will try and find a way through. Possession turned over, and then Mason Mount pulled back by Gundogan. And those are the free kicks that Manchester City are so effective at giving away, knowing when to do it. And they stopped a Chelsea counter-attack in its infancy.
It's interesting to see Chelsea playing this back five. Both wing-backs locking onto the wide players of Manchester City. Rudiger stepping in and going in on Bernardo Silva. Almost leaving Thiago and Azpilicueta 2-on-1 at the back, you know. So they play it slightly different, Andy.
Yeah, he does. Rudiger does that. You can sometimes drag him out of that position a little bit. Just a chance here, Jim.
Yeah, another nervy touch from John Stones. And Timo Werner has it, rolls it inside the penalty areas, and Conte trying to take it on, but Ruben Dias, the Football Writers Player of the Year, brings it away. Foden trying to slip it into the Manchester City captain Kevin De Bruyne. Chelsea win it back again as Rudiger plays it out towards Chilwell. It's been a slightly nervy start. A couple of errors, neither of them punished anything like emphatic. And Cesar Azpilicueta will bring it forward here. Europa League finals in his time with the club. Finding Thiago Silva. Long ball.
You have been telecasted on YouTube.
Offside, and it's a free kick.
Yes, you are telecasted on YouTube.
Right back position. 0-0.
Good start to the game. Really positive opening 12 minutes.
We had
that little passage of play. Just 3 or 4 minutes ago, the ball swung from one end to the other. Very quickly. Really good to see a positive mindset from both teams when they get the chance to hurt. They really inflict some damage on their opponent, and that makes for a classic game.
That's Andy Townsend. You're listening to Manchester City against Chelsea in the Champions League final. It's live on TalkSport with Music Magpie. Place to get great value certified refurbished phones and tech. This is Stuart.
I think as well, the only one out of both sets of players who's looked slightly nervous with it is John Stones. A couple of times, and it's that little modicum of pace that Werner's got, and it strikes fear.
He has. Zinchenko's stepping
Lovely shot. First shot on goal for Chelsea.
Now Chelsea will bring it forward here with Mount finding Chilwell. Chilwell away from Walker, taking it away. It's Timo Werner and Ederson. Forward on the counter-attack down the City right. And Werner got it out from underneath his feet.
Side netting.
Awkward for him to feel. And then a right-footed shot that he didn't get any power behind or direction. And Ederson made a much simpler save than he might have anticipated. Werner with another side of goal now. Left-hand side. Side netting only. But it is Chelsea creating the opportunities.
Once again, I think it was John Stones got caught flat-footed. The play went up and through him and round him. And Werner, I probably half disagree there. I didn't think he got the ball out of his feet, and when it's under your feet like that, take another touch. He probably had more time on his hands than he actually thought.
He's had 2 very good situations in the game. The first one, the one that was cut back to him on his left side, just didn't make any contact at all. That was an outstanding opportunity. Pierce is absolutely right. He could maybe have just had another touch to get his head up, and then he's shooting at Ederson from 8 yards out.
15 gone 0-0. Chelsea's first goal of that last shot deflected off Stones. Here he comes, and is comfortably claimed by Ederson. Just had to take a couple of quick steps back, but in taking it, he's now been able to release Mahrez. He rolls it forward through the midfield. Mahrez slips into his right. De Bruyne has taken it away from Chilwell. Just couldn't quite flick it away from Jorginho as well. And Chelsea will be able to bring it clear. Chilwell finding Jorginho, back from him to Rudiger on the edge of his own area. Now the vastly experienced Thiago Silva, hoping that this Champions League final goes better than the last one, where it was in the PSG side that was well beaten by Bayern Munich, only 1-0, but Bavarian superiority was quite marked. Is Silva now finding Azpilicueta down towards Reece James on the Chelsea right-hand side. And back for Azpilicueta again, he turns it forward over halfway. Ruben Dias is up there with Havertz. Offside flag came up for a moment. Excellent possession, able to carry on going. He's worked it forward. And Mahrez checking back inside as he loves to do. Flicks it away from Chilwell into the feet of Bernardo Silva.
English commentator
German in the midfield turns it back towards Stones. Now work back towards Diaz. Diaz to Raheem Sterling on the Manchester City left.
YouTube da chalao khale bujhte parbe.
Going into tonight on the back of just one goal in his last 15 games, Sterling, but it was against Chelsea. Here's the former Chelsea player, De Bruyne, trying to get away from James. Couldn't quite do so. James and then extricated himself from Foden's challenge. Jorginho is in there to win a 50. And Chelsea will bring it away with a crossfield ball. Chilwell heads on intelligently into the path of Mason Mount, who's made a run down the left-hand side. He hits a little reverse ball forward towards the edge of the area. Werner controlling it back to goal. Zinchenko is with it. Chilwell chips it in. And he got his header in. Manchester City players, but it was a difficult chance off balance.
Well, we spoke before the game about the importance of the first goal.
Chelsea পারবে না এখানে কি হচ্ছে ভাই সেকেন্ড হাফে জিয়েটা পুলিশ নামলে তো শেষ হয়ে যাবে
আরে সোমন মতো
নো ডিএম সোমন মতো নো ডিএম
পাখানে চামড়া বো টান দিয়ে রক্ত
এই ওইসি ভ্যাকসিন নিয়ে কিছু হয়েছে সাইড এফেক্টস
হ্যাঁ ভাই একটু জ্বর আছে
আবার সকালবেলা বলছে হালকা
ওটা তো আছেই ভাই ওটা তো আছে
ভাই হালকা হালকা লাগছে কে জানে মিটিয়ে দিয়ে দিল কিনা বাংলা হবে
এই রে ভাই
An unlikely goal scorer, particularly with Ten, he's never scored in Europe, but the last team that he did score against, which was back in November 2019, some 18 months ago. In London, and Mark Saggers in the chair, talking through all the action. The only station to have brought you the Champions League final and the Championship today.
ওই সিসার কি আজকে তুলবে ট্রফিটা
Already had a day of glory.
ওইসি কি বলছে ওইসি তোমার বক্তব্যটা কি এরকম
আমি তো চাই আজকে সিসার তুলুক
Be able to lift this trophy for the first time. Their only previous European success coming.
I want Sheikhs to stop investing money. ফুটবলের ইয়েটাকে নষ্ট করে দিচ্ছে
मंसूर भाई
शेख मंसूर
भाई पैसा चाहिए
था on the European stage. It is of course the third in 7 weeks though. Zinchenko
Dream 11 মতো টিম বানিয়ে দিল
Alonso on the left for Chelsea today, making his way forward.
যেমন পিএসজি করেছে যেমন এনে নেইমার এমবাপ্পে সব অ্যাক্টিভ
Already out of play for a Manchester
তাহলে তো
City
কিছু
throw.
হচ্ছে না ভাই
By the time the
বড় তো
contact
ব্র্যাম
was
মোমেন্ট
made,
হয়ে গেছে ওদের
and City have taken it quickly, working it from
কিন্তু ভাই
start.
মনসুর ভাই ইনভেস্ট করে at least সিটিটাকে কোন লেভেলে এনেছে
কোন বসে আছে কোন
নেথান একেটা খালি বসেই থাকে নেথান একে যেটা
সার্জিও অ্যাগুয়েরো এখন দেখাচ্ছে স্ক্রিনে
ও সেকেন্ড হাফে নামবে দিয়ে একটা গোল দেবে যা আগুয়েরো হবে আবার
ওই যে আজকে যা হয়েছে না খেলাটা বলি সমন্বয় সেন সময় কোচ কিন্তু ঘুরে বেড়াচ্ছে এদিক ওদিক কিন্তু অ্যালাউ করছে না
মানা করছে বাবা বলছে সময়কে না
বাস কোচ মানা করে দিলে
went down very cheaply.
সময় আগে 7 দিন কোয়ারেন্টাইন থাকতে পারত
I've seen absolutely nothing wrong with that. Again, looking at the replay. Just making a point there. The situation with Chelsea's back five, it means that their wing backs can just lock on to the wide players in Mahrez and Sterling and not worrying about offering too much cover and quite often
Sterling
there's a
what a block
but also you've got to worry about locking on
আবার কি
to
ভিআর
centre
টিআর
halves
দেখছেন
as well to offer
বোধহয়
cover.
হাতে লেগেছে
You might exploit it in a 5. You don't have to do that.
আরে ভাই এই রেফারিটা একদম
রেফারিটা টাকলা লা লিগার টাকলা রেফারিটা এটা
in Manchester City favour, which is probably broadly in keeping with what many people would have anticipated it being. Still waiting for the first shot. And it is 0-0. Plenty of shadow boxing going on at the moment, but the game being played at a decent tempo in the Portuguese sunshine. northern outskirts of Porto.
Edison
pinging a long left-footed ball forward over the top. He's got Sterling in goal side of Reece James, who's come back, and then Mendy watched him go wide. In the end, got a right hand to it to tip it away for a corner. First time Manchester City have looked long, and it was very nearly the perfect goal.
How many times we've seen Edison do this when he drills a 60-70-yard pass. Raheem Sterling makes an arm bending run off the touchline inside Reece James. Is better. He's one-on-one with Mendy, and he could probably score, Stu.
Andy, I was just saying about as a full-back, a wing-back, you've got one job to deal with, the wide player, and that's exactly what he should have done. Great run by Sterling, though.
The referee took exception to push by Zinchenko as two sides were jockeying for position. Thiago Silva ended up on the deck. There's a free kick which was taken by Chelsea inside the 6 yards.
Yeah. In this scenario, in these matchups, it's James against Sterling, it's Chilwell against Mahrez, and you've just got to deal with your wide man. And I've got to say, it was a fantastic run by Sterling. Just come inside him and then behind. And he was very unfortunate to get a clear run at goal.
It's amazing how many times actually Edison is able to do that. He's so good with the ball at his feet. You have to switch on as if the midfielder's got the ball when you're defending that, because he can just literally drop the play, as I mentioned, from 60, 70 yards. An outstanding chance. It wasn't an easy first touch for Raheem Sterling. If it had been a fraction better, I don't think Reece James covers.
It's on the last time the two sides met 3 weeks ago in the league. City side today, 8 changes from that team. Finding Mount, making a run in the middle. He was 8 yards out. The angle was relatively tight, but he was inside from the corner of the 6-yard box, and he swung a left foot at it, and it hit his right and bounced to safety. With Manchester City able to bring it forward with Sterling in possession, and he slipped it inside the penalty area for Mahrez' run. His last gasp defending a combination. Rudiger and Chilwell gets it away. Back it comes again. Zinchenko to Sterling. For the first 9.5 minutes suggest this could be some encounter. Both sides showing how good they can be on the counter-attack. Zinchenko was the corner of the penalty area. Four in light blue inside that box. One of them, Riyad Mahrez, trying to take it on the right from Reece James, whose clearance just about gets out of harm's way, and then Kai Havertz will follow Zinchenko with the ball. I think it's going to be a Chelsea ball. 10 minutes gone, Manchester City 0, Chelsea 0 on TalkSport.
One thing I really enjoy about European football is years ago there was a lot of defensive play, a lot of teams going on the road and banking up behind the ball. Champions League football now, teams just go after each other, and this game is following that format.
Certainly no signs of any ill effects from the Stones now down towards Ruben Diaz, coming in off the left flank.
Chelsea
Gundogan just turning it behind the referee. Probably wanted to angle the ball out towards Mahrez on the right-hand touchline, but couldn't because of the positioning of the referee ahead of him. But Manchester City have maintained the ball very easily here. It's 1-4 from Walker. Gundogan now down to the right-hand side. Bernardo Silva will try and find a way through. Possession turned over, and then Mason Mount.
Give me to Reece James.
Those are the free kicks that Manchester City is so effective at giving away, knowing when to do it. And they stopped the Chelsea counter-attack in its infancy.
It's interesting to see Chelsea playing this back five. Both wing-backs locking onto the wide players of Manchester City. Rudiger stepping in and going in on Bernardo Silva. Almost leaving Thiago and Azpilicueta 2-on-1 at the back, you know. So they play it slightly different, Andy.
Yeah, he does. Rudiger does that. You can sometimes drag him out of that position a little bit. Just a chance here, Jim.
Yeah, another nervy touch from John Stones. And Timo Werner has it, rolls it inside the penalty areas, and N'Golo Kanté trying to take it on, but Ruben Diaz, the Football Writers Player of the Year, brings it away. Foden trying to slip it into the Manchester City captain, Kevin De Bruyne. Chelsea win it back again as Rudiger plays it out towards Chilwell. It's been a slightly nervy start from Stones. A couple of errors, neither of them punished anything like emphatically. And Cesar Azpilicueta will bring it forward here for Chelsea. Azpilicueta, who's won a couple of Europa League finals in his time with the club. Finding Thiago Silva. Long ball launched forward from him. Ben Chilwell's offside, and it's a free kick, which will be taken by Manchester City in their own right back position. 0-0.
Good start to the game. Really positive opening 12 minutes. Both teams, when they're getting the opportunity, committing people forward into the box. I mean, we had that little passage of play just 3 or 4 minutes ago where the ball swung from one end to the other very, very quickly, and really good to see a positive mindset from both teams when they get the chance to hurt. They really want to inflict some damage on their opponent, and that makes for a classic game.
That's Andy Townsend. You're listening to Manchester City against Chelsea in the Champions League final. It's live on TalkSport with Music Magpie. Place to get great value certified refurbished phones and tech. This is Stuart Pearce.
I think as well. I think the only one out of both sets of players who's looked slightly nervous with it is John Stones. A couple of times, and it's that little modicum of pace that Werner's got.
Absolute beauty.
It strikes fear into defenders. It really does. And he's looked very nervous early on.
He has. Zinchenko's stepping in and filling that extra man in the middle of the park as we thought he would, which means Diaz plays a little wider and leaves John Stones just a fraction isolated at times, if that ball to Werner is good enough.
Now Chelsea will bring it forward here with Mount finding Chilwell. Chilwell getting it away from Walker, taken on by Havertz inside the area. It's Timo Werner, and Ederson makes the save. Clearest opportunity of the game by Street. Chelsea working forward on the counter-attack down the City right. And Werner got it out from underneath his feet. Awkward for him to feel. And then a right-footed shot that he didn't get any power behind or direction. And Ederson made a much simpler save than he might have anticipated. Werner with another side of goal now. Left-hand side, side netting only. But it is Chelsea creating the opportunities.
Once again, I think it was John Stones got caught flat-footed. The play went up and through him and round him. And Werner, I probably half disagree there. I didn't think he got the ball out of his feet. And when it's under your feet like that, take another touch. He probably had more time on his hands than he actually thought.
He's had 2 very good situations in the game. The first one, the one that was cut back to him on his left side, he just didn't make any contact at all. That was an outstanding opportunity. This is absolutely right. He could maybe then he's shooting at Ederson from 8 yards out.
15 gone 0-0. Chelsea's first corner. That shot deflected off Stones. In it comes, and is comfortably done by Ederson. Just had to take a couple of quick steps back. But in taking it, he's now been able to release Mahrez. He rolls it forward through the midfield. Mahrez slips into his right. De Bruyne has taken it away from Chilwell. Just couldn't quite flick it away from Jorginho as well. And Chelsea will be able to Chilwell finding Jorginho. Back from him to Rudiger on the edge of his own penalty area. Hoping that this Champions League final goes better than the last one, where it was in the PSG side that was well beaten by Bayern Munich, only 1-0, but the Bavarian superiority was quite marked. Down towards Reece James on the Chelsea right-hand side. Back for Azpilicueta again, it turns it forward over halfway. Diaz is up there with Havertz. Offside flag came up for a moment. City still in possession, able to carry on going, and Gundogan's worked it forward and towards Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez checking back inside as he loves to do, flicks it away from Chilwell into the feet of Bernardo Silva. Gundogan, the bearded German in the midfield, takes it back towards Stones. Now work back towards Diaz. Diaz to Raheem Sterling on the Manchester City left. Coming into tonight on the back of just 1 goal in his last 15 games, Sterling, but it was against Chelsea. And here's the former Chelsea player, De Bruyne, trying to get away from James. Couldn't quite do so. James did well, stood his ground, and then extricated himself from Foden's challenge. Jorginho was in there to win a 50-50. And Chelsea will bring it away with a crossfield ball that Chilwell heads on intelligently into the path of Mason Mount, who's made a run down the left-hand side. He hits a little reverse ball forward towards the edge of the area. Werner controlling it back to goal. Zinchenko is with it. Chilwell chips it in. Conte coming around the back. And he got his header in. Got between 2 Manchester City players, but it was a difficult chance off balance, and he steered it wide.
Well, we spoke before the game about the importance of the first goal, and I think after 15 minutes of football, it's become even more clear that the first goal here is going to be so crucial in the game. Both teams look a little bit nervous on occasion. Stones in City's back line. Reece James on occasion has not got tight enough with his man, and it's caused him a problem.
Great chance that. You know, that was again, I think that shows you how committed Chelsea are to getting people forward. And N'Golo Kante, we know that he does burst forward every now and again. He was on the far post. The ball from Chilwell to him was a decent one. But the little man's header wasn't one of his finest. But again, both teams are committed to trying to attack and trying to get over the line first here.
N'Golo Kante, unlike goal scorer in many ways, particularly with his head, he's never scored in Europe. But the last team that he did score against, which was back in November 2019, some 18 months ago, was Manchester City. It's 0-0 tonight, 18 gone. That's a hugely entertaining 18 minutes that have raced by. Gundogan playing it out to the Manchester City right for Bernardo Silva. To Mahrez, very quickly back for Kyle Walker. In London, and Mark Saggers in the chair, talking through all the action. The other stations who have brought you the Champions League final and the Championship playoff final today. With Brentford, have already had a day of glory. Will it be more West London superiority or Manchester City be able to lift this trophy for the first time? Their previous European success coming against the Polish side back in 1970 in the Cup Winners' Cup final, and then the following season as holders they were beaten by Chelsea at the semi-final stage, which is the only previous meeting between these two clubs on the European stage. It is, of course, the third in 7 weeks, though, all told. Zinchenko giving it away in the midfield, and Chilwell the left for Chelsea today, making his way forward. And he was tracked every step of the way by Bernardo Silva, who slid in, ball already out of play for a Manchester City throw by the time the contact was made. And City have taken it quickly, working it from Stones to Diaz. A season John Stones has had. Played 34 games for City this season, and they have won 30 of them. Now down towards Walker. Put under pressure by Mason Mount. Walker able to find Bernardo Silva, and he's continued his run forward as well. Thiago Silva, though, is watching him, and Walker's judge just to have given him a little shove to the ground. And it's a free kick which will be taken by Chelsea on the left-hand touchline. 6 minutes gone.
Poor decision there by the looks of things. Thiago went down very cheaply. Walker putting him under attack. And I've seen absolutely nothing wrong with that. Again, looking at the replay.
It's a
just
yellow
card. The situation
for
Chelsea's back five means that their wing-backs can just look onto the wide players and Sterling and not worrying about offering too much cover. And quite often with City, as a full-back in the back four, you've got so you've got to worry about locking on to your centre halves as well to offer cover, where City might in the five. You don't have to do that. One job.
Just like this.
Possession is about 2/3, 1/3 in Manchester City favour, which is probably keeping with.
थियागो सिल्वा टान हो गया भाई
सिद्धू ब्रो वीडियो नहीं दिखा सकता ओनली कमेंट्री कॉपीराइट लग जाएगा वरना
plenty of shadow boxing going on at the moment, but the game being played at a decent tempo in the Portuguese sunshine.
No video, please. Warm up. Don't ask us.
He's got Sterling, goes out of Reece James, who's come back, and then watched him go wide, and in the end got a right hand to it to tip it away for a corner. The first time that Manchester City have looked long, and it was very nearly the perfect
How many times we've seen Ederson when he drills a 60-70 yard pass. Sterling makes an arcing, bending run off the touchline inside Reece James. And if his first touch is better, he is one-on-one with Mendy, he could probably score, Stuart.
I was just saying about as a full-back, a wing-back, you've got one job to deal with, the wide player, and that's exactly what he should have done.
Please subscribe the channel, we do live reactions in here.
Two sides were jockeying for position. Thiago Silva ended up on the deck.
Both the teams are fighting very hard,
taken by Chelsea inside the 6.
Still goalless. The end of the 36 minutes.
In this scenario, in these matchups, it's James against Sterling, It's 2-0 against Mahrez, and you've just got to deal with your wide man. I've got to say, it was a fantastic run by Sterling. Just coming inside
গোলটা করলো
দাদা এটা ইউটিউবে চলছে দাদা
ইয়ে চলছে স্কোয়ার পাস চলছে
দাদা বলছি এটাই না ইউটিউবে চলছে একটু ভুলভাল কিছু করে দিও না প্লিজ
আমরা তো সেটাই করি
an outstanding chance. It wasn't an easy first touch for Raheem Sterling.
restriction is ever
better. I don't think Reece James covers.
Two sides met 3 weeks ago in the league. Much change City side today. 8 changes from that team.
What account strike to us?
Finding Mount, it's back for Havertz. Werner making a
Chelsea going for the counter attack. Chelsea.
Faster third be কাটিয়ে গেল কাটিয়ে
একটু আগে রিলিজ করে দিলে না গোল হয়েছে এবার গোলটা খাবে কাউন্টারে
এইগুলোর জন্যই তো হারে এই ডিভিশনগুলোর জন্যই তো হারে ফাইনাল
সুন্দর ইনফ্যাক্ট কি গোল করতে পারছে
to Sterling.
For the first
9.5 minutes suggest.
And it's straight in the hands of the Edu Mendy.
একদম ঠিক সময় ছাড়লো বলটা
Both sides.
showing
how good they
can
be.
বেশি পাকা ও সোমু ওখানে এবার পাঁচ ম্যাচ
was the corner of the penalty area. Finding Sterling. 4 in light blue inside that box. One of them, Riyad Mahrez, trying to take it on away from Reece James, who's clearance just about gets out of harm's way, and then Kai Havertz will follow Zinchenko with the ball. It's going to be a Chelsea ball. 10 minutes gone. Manchester City 0, Chelsea 0 on TalkSport.
One thing I really enjoy about European football is years ago there was a lot of defensive play, a lot of teams going on the road and banking up behind the ball. Champions League football now, teams just go after
substitution
each
করে
other.
দিচ্ছে
Format.
কে নাম তো জুমা
আই হবে
Certainly no signs of any ill effects from the
এই রে তাহলে তো
টান লাগলো
Stones now down towards
Yarki
Ruben Diaz coming in off the left. Finding Ilkay Gundogan.
Copa America হয়ে গেল
Just turning
Christensen
behind
নামছে
the referee. Probably wanted to angle a ball out towards Mahrez on the right-hand touchline, but couldn't because of the positioning of the referee ahead of him. Manchester City have maintained the ball very easily here. It's worked 4 from Walker. Gundogan now down to
Thiago Silva's জায়গায় আন্দ্রিয়াস ক্রিস্টেনসেন.
Thiago Silva will try and find a way through.
তবে কিন্তু থিয়াগো সিলভা তো হ্যামস্ট্রিং প্রবলেমটা এক মাস থেকেই হচ্ছে এখনো ঠিক হয়নি
Those are the free kicks that Manchester City is so effective at giving away, knowing when to do it. And they stopped the Chelsea counter-attack in its infancy.
It's interesting to see Chelsea playing this back five. Both wing-backs locking onto the wide players of Manchester City. Rudiger stepping in and going in on Bernardo Silva. Almost leaving Thiago and Azpilicueta 2-on-1 at the back, you know. So they play it slightly different, Andy.
Yeah, he does. Rudiger does that. You can sometimes drag him out of that position a little bit. Just a chance here, Jim.
Yeah, another nervy touch from John Stones. And Timo Werner has it, rolls it inside the penalty areas and goal. Kante trying to take it on, but Ruben Diaz, the football writers player of the year, brings it away. Foden trying to slip it into the Manchester City captain Kevin De Bruyne. Chelsea win it back again. As Rudiger plays it out towards Chilwell.
আরে গোলটা করলো ফোন নয়
couple of errors, neither
পায় বল বললে কিছু
punished
করার নেই
anything like emphatically.
চেঞ্জ করুক না স্ট্রাইকার নেই নাকি
Azpilicueta will bring it forward here for Chelsea.
টিমো ওয়ার্নারকে ইয়ে এনেছিল
ট্যামি আব্রাহামকে তো চান্সই দেয় না ট্যামি আব্রাহামকে তো চান্সই দেয় না
ওয়ার্নারটা ইয়েটা কি নাম বললা ভিনিসিয়াস সামনে পেলে পুরো পদে পা দিল
when they're getting the opportunity committing people forward into the box.
যে ভিনিসিয়াস থেকে 7 নম্বর চেয়েছিল 1000 যাওয়ার পরে লিখেছে
very very quickly.
বলছে you will leave
before really good to see a positive mindset from both teams when they get the chance
রিয়ালের মানে কোনো কাজ কম নেই রোনাল্ডো গেল 7 নম্বরটা মারিয়ানোকে দিয়ে দিল
That's Andy Townsend listening to Manchester City against Chelsea in the Champions League final. It's live on TalkSport with Music Magpie.
Ronaldo এখন ম্যানচেস্টার
certified refurbished phones.
I think as well. I think the only one both sets of players who's looked slightly nervous with it is John Stones. A couple of times and it's that
But I
modicum of pace that Werner's got, and that strikes fear into defenders. It really does. He has looked very nervous
I
early on.
think ও PSG যাবে ও প্রত্যেকটা কান্ট্রিতে ও 100টার বেশি গোল করবে নিউটা PSG
Now Chelsea will bring it forward here with Mount finding Chilwell. Chilwell getting it away from Walker, taken on by Havertz inside the area. It's Timo Werner and Ederson makes the save. Clearest opportunity.
Chelsea
working forward on the counter attack down the city right. And Werner got it out from underneath his feet. Awkward for him to feel.
World Tour.
And then a right footed shot that he didn't get any power behind.
World Tour na bhai Europe
And Ederson made a much simpler save than he might have anticipated.
World Tour hobe to চেষ্টা
ISL
এ করে
goal now. Left hand side.
লাস্টে এলে গেলেক্সি
Creating the opportunity.
না না
না আমেরিকা যেতে পারবে না ওর উপর ইয়ে আছে
ব্যান
ঠিক আছে
এর জন্য না
And Werner, I'm probably half disagreeing there. I didn't think he got the ball out of his feet, and when it's under your feet like that, take another touch. He had more time on his hands.
अरे ब्यूटी बॉल भाई
अरे ब्यूटी बॉल लवली बॉल
বলটা কি দিল
अरे बाप रे बाप টিম ওয়ার্নার টিম ওয়ার্নার গোল করে দিয়েছে আরে এই যে দ্য স্ট্রাইকার হু রিয়েলি স্কোরড
lovely ball lovely ball
Comfortably claimed by Ederson. Just had to take a couple of quick steps back, but in taking it, he's now been able to release
বলটা কি দিল মাউন্ট
it forward through the
না ইয়ে
midfield.
চিলওয়েল
Slips into his right.
চিলওয়েল মনে হচ্ছে চিলওয়েল
Just couldn't.
লাভলি গোল
গ্যারান্টি দিতে পারি না Chelsea will be able to bring it clear. Chilwell finding Jorginho, back from him to
যেমন বল
ওই দেখ জল খাচ্ছে আবার জল
the
খাচ্ছে
area. Now the vastly experienced Thiago
এবার
Silva.
চিলওয়েল
জল খাচ্ছে
ডান পায়ে দিল বলটা
Final goes better than the
ডান
last
পায়ে
one,
দিয়েছে
where
ডান পায়ে দিয়েছে বিভৎস বল
PSG side that was well beaten by
গোলটা
Bayern
থেকে
Munich
অ্যাসিস্ট
1-0, but
অ্যাসিস্টটা সুন্দর আরো বেশি গোলের থেকে
গোলটাও ভালো দিয়েছে এখানে ওয়ার্নার থাকলে শিওর শট
Silva now finding Aspilicueta. ওয়ার্নার থাকলে গোলকিপারও পানি on the Chelsea right hand side. And back for Aspilicueta again.
ভাই
He turns it
পেনাল্টি
forward
মানে
over
পেনাল্টি
halfway. Ruben Dias is up there with Havertz.
হ্যান্ড বল ছিল
Offside flag came up for a moment.
Deck,
City still in
Deck,
possession,
বাইরে
able
বলটা
to carry
আটকালো।
on going, and Gundogan's worked it forward. And towards Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez checking back inside.
Goal
as he loves
advantage
to do. Flicks it away from Chilwell into the feet of Bernardo Silva. Gundogan, the
One goal in 12
takes
matches.
it back towards Stone.
One goal in 12 matches.
Diaz to Raheem Sterling on the Manchester City left. Coming into tonight on the back of just one goal in his last 15 games, Sterling, but it was against Chelsea. Here's the former Chelsea player, De Bruyne, trying to get away from James. Couldn't quite do so. James did well, stood his ground. And then
না বলছি শোন না একটা খবর বলছি প্রাঞ্জল ব্যানার্জি ভ্যামোসের জার্সি পরে ছবি তুললো কথা হয়ে গেছে
into the
Oh,
path
okay,
of Mason Mount, who's made a run down the left hand side. He hits a little reverse ball forward towards the edge of the area. Werner controlling it back to goal. Zinchenko is with it. Chilwell chips it in. Can't take him back.
দেখ আই লিগের ইনস্টাগ্রাম পেজটা সার্চ করবি
Between two Manchester City players, but it was a difficult chance off balance, and he steered it wide.
Well, we spoke before the game about the importance of the first goal. And I think after 15 minutes of football, it's become even more clear that the first goal here is going to be so crucial in the game. Both teams look a little bit nervous on occasion.
এই আবার বল পেয়েছে দেখা
enough with his man, and it's caused him a problem.
Great chance that. You know, that was again, I think that shows you how committed Chelsea are to getting people forward and go look, he does burst forward every now and again. He was on the far post. The ball from Chilwell to him was a decent one.
আমি কেন ভুলভাল কন্টেন্ট পোস্ট করতে যাব
But again, both teams are committed to trying to attack.
হ্যাঁ তো ওটা ভুলভাল করেছিল তাই ভুলভাল জিনিস পোস্ট হয়ে গেছে
কালারের লাইন দেখে এমন কালার দেখাবো না সবকটা কালার দেখে নিবি but the last team that he did score against, which was back in November 2019, so
আমাদের ভিডিওটা আবার বানানো আছে কিন্তু কম্পিউটারে
it's 0-0 tonight. 18 That's a huge entertaining 18 minutes that have raced by.
Violet, light violet.
Out to the Manchester City right
হ্যাঁ
for
বেগুনিটা করে দে
to Mahrez.
না
Back for Kyle
অন্য
Walker.
টেক্সচার করে দে
না লাইট ভায়োলেট অসুবিধা কোথায়
তোর ভায়োলেট পছন্দ?
কালারটা একটু ইউনিক লাগলো আমার।
লাইট ভায়োলেট বলেছে আমাকে ওইটা।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, আমি কথা বলবো।
ওই যে ওয়ার্নারকে দে। কে রে ভাই?
In London, and Mark Sagas in the chair, talking through all the action. The only station to have brought you the
মালটা
final and
ওয়ার্নার কি করলো এটা?
খেলতে না ভগবান,
Brentford
একদম তোর মতন খেলে জানিস তো।
Will it be more West London
যে বলটা
superiority
ডাইভ করার দরকার নেই, ওই বলটা ডাইভ মারবি।
একে আবার ল্যাম্পার্ড এনেছিল ওয়ার্নারকে।
for the first time?
ওয়ার্নারকে আবার কত টাকা খরচা করে ল্যাম্পার্ড এনেছিল।
Against the Polish side, back in 1970 in the Cup Winners' Cup final, and then the following season as
ল্যাম্পার্ড মাউন্ট ফাউন্ড
they were
সবাইকে
beaten
নিয়েছে।
by Chelsea,
ভাই এই
at the
সোমো
semi-final
আমাকে একটা
stage,
কিনে দেন,
which is the only
মাথার
previous
খুলে
meeting between these two clubs on the European stage. It is, of course, the third in 7 weeks, though, all told. Zinchenko giving it away in the midfield.
ম্যানচেস্টার সিটি কিন্তু সেকেন্ড হাফে হেভি কামব্যাক করবে, হেভি বলে দিচ্ছি দেখো।
And he was tracked every step of the way by Bernardo Silva.
পুচিকাকে নিয়ে চলে আসবো, ঠিক আছে? রাত্রিবেলা বেশি কথা বলছি।
मैंने पूछा
By
तेरे
the
को,
time the contact was made,
promotion card you got the wrong cat brother।
Stones to Diaz.
তোরে গিয়ে ড্রেসিং রুমে বলবেন, গাইস গাইস গাইস, ইউ পাস টু হিম, ইউ পাস টু হিম, পাস টু হিম, ইউ মেক স্পেস, গুড।
30. Now down towards Walker.
সবাই মোটিভেশন পেয়ে।
না ভাই, ওরা ভেতরে গিয়ে সবাই সন্দীপ মহেশ্বরীর ভিডিও দেখবে।
সন্দীপ মহেশ্বরী নাকি? Why no tapping is good for you?
কে বলছে সব? ভালো করে ফ্যাপ কর সুপ্রো।
এখন ফ্যাপ করবি যেন যে পাশে শুয়ে থাকে সকালবেলা উঠে তার হাতে।
Just making a point there. In the situation with Chelsea's back five, it means that their wing backs can just lock on to the wide players in Mahrez and Sterling and not worry about offering too much cover. Quite often with City, as a fullback in the back four, you've got to get tight, but also you've got to worry about locking on to your centre halves as well to offer cover where City might exploit it.
একটু পানি চালিয়েছিলাম, দিয়ে হাতটা না চলে গেল নিচের দিকে।
ভাই ফুল অন না, ড্রাগ ছিলাম, ড্রাগ পুরো।
আর রাজ হালদার কেক খেয়েই যাচ্ছে
কর্নারে বসে।
আমি বলছি ভাই আর না ভাই, ঠিক আছে ভাই, আবার বানালো আবার দিল, আবার বানালো আবার দিল, আর না ভাই। আরে হ্যাঁ ভাই,
ওই দিন খেয়েছিলাম, ওই দিনকে
দাদাকে হাফ দিয়েছি, মালটা ফ্যাট করে ভরে নিয়েছে পুরোটা, তারপর আবার হাত পাচ্ছে। চুপ চালা, চুপচাপ ঘুমা। হালদের কোথায়? হালদের বেঁচে আছে
না ঘুমিয়ে গেছে মনে হচ্ছে।
হালদের
পাস ফিরছে।
আরে ভাই মনে হচ্ছে ভাই পেপ ভাই নিজের ডটারকে ভাই মেডাল দিতে পারবে না ভাই।
ভাই আমি চললাম এখন ম্যাঙ্গো পুডিং খেতে।
যাও
কে বিড়ি মারতে যাবে, যাও।
না আজকের অবস্থা নেই।
এই শোনো আমি একবার ইউটিউবের লাইভ স্ট্রিমটা আবার করছি, সবাই গিয়ে একবার করে লাইক করে দাও আর সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দাও।
আচ্ছা ওইটুকু করে দিলাম নে। কিপার্স ব্লগস
চ্যানেলের নাম চেঞ্জ করেছি, ওটা নেই আর।
আরে ভাই সাবস্ক্রাইব করতে বলেছে, রোস্ট করতে বলেনি।
ও আচ্ছা পয়েন্ট।
বাপরে, এটা সেরা ছিল ভাই।
দাও গ্রুপে পাঠিয়ে দিয়েছি।
বসে সাবস্ক্রাইব ভাই।
বুঝছি
একজন কেউ ডিসলাইক করেছে।
আরে আমাকে একটা লোক বলছে ভিডিও দিখা, কি করে ভিডিও দেখাই বলো তো?
কিসের ভিডিও দেখবো?
আচ্ছা আমি একটু যাচ্ছি এখন, বুঝলি তো? আমি আসছি,
আসিস
চলে আসিস, নাহলে আবার হেরে যাবে কিন্তু।
একদম আসবো।
আমি লিখে দিয়েছি দেখ।
Bet £10 in cash on the tournament winner and get a £5 free bet every time they win a group match. That's fair play, fair value. Bet in shop, download our app or visit williamhill.com. It's who you play with. William Hill. First single bet on the Euro 2020 tournament winner market qualifies. Bonus paid as a £5 free bet. Expires after 4 days. Online and in shop, plus card holders only. Other terms apply. 18 plus. BecomeAware.org.
UEFA Champions League live on TalkSport with Music Magpie. The smart way to buy great value certified refurbished phones and tech.
TalkSport. Countdown to the good stuff. Own the summer with TalkSport.
There can only be one happy ending. This is Manchester City against Chelsea to win the 2021 Champions League. Here's Havertz after Stones has missed this kick. Finding Mount, it's back for Havertz. Werner making a run in the middle. Oh, he's completely missed his kick. Chilwell getting it away from Walker, taken on by Havertz inside the area. It's Timo Werner and Ederson makes the save. Clearest opportunity of the game by a streak.
He's had two very good situations in the game.
Now flicked on by Sterling, and here's De Bruyne, and it's Phil Foden. Foden inside the penalty area.
What a challenge.
It was Rudiger that made it. Chilwell chips it in. Conte coming around the back, and he got his header in. Got between two Manchester City players, but it was a difficult chance off balance, and he steered it wide.
Chelsea score first, then with their tactical nous, with the way that they can defend, and they like to defend, then it becomes an even more potentially fascinating evening.
Now great through ball, Havertz got it round the goalkeeper, taps it in! Chelsea lead Manchester City in the 2021 Champions League final!
Well, it's been a terrific first 45 minutes, absolutely whistled by from start to finish, and we haven't talked about this too much, but because it is an all Premier League match here, I think they've shown the very best of the Premier League and why it's different from every other league in Europe.
Yeah, I don't think if we'd have seen two German teams, I think if we'd have seen two Italian teams, we wouldn't have had that the mindset that I think
the mindset and the
shown.
Freedom.
Yeah, they've gone for it. They've really, both teams have really tried to impose their will on the other side, and that makes it a proper game to watch. It really does. It's not over, it's not done. Chelsea have a lead, and that's quite significant, but there's a long way to go. It's going to be a long 45 minutes here.
Coach is in a dressing room then at half-time when you're behind. I mean, Pep is the main man. What does he say first of all? Does he just state the obvious even to players at this stage?
I think that certainly Pep will be aware of the threat that Chelsea have posed to his team. He will no doubt say to John Stones and Ruben Dias, listen guys, you've got to switch on that bit quicker. We're not playing with that shield in front of you as we usually do. There are going to be moments in the game that we're going to be a little bit vulnerable. You've got to defend it better. I think when I have visions in my mind, I see Werner on the move a split second quicker than John Stones, and I see Kai Havertz on the move a split second quicker than Zinchenko was, and that's why they got their goal mark. So he'll say to those defenders, you've really got to focus and stay alive. And now he's then got to try and get his key players in better areas of the field. Chelsea seem to have that boxed off at the moment, and they're denying City very well.
I tell you what as well, Mendy, the Chelsea goalkeeper, what a player he is now, isn't he? He's really come on.
Yeah, he hasn't had much to do. I think the best opportunity would come from a Rudiger block, didn't it, from Foden? But
he's made the goal though, as well, hasn't he? Nearly, really.
Yeah,
quick his foresight,
early.
Could easily have held on to it at that stage, I thought.
Yeah, maybe, but I tell you what, I've just watched the goal again. Zinchenko was awful for it. Yeah. Really, really awful. Havertz has come across him and run away from him, and he'll be disappointed with that. That's for sure.
In a way there, I mean, he'd let him go so far that there was no way he could even make the diagonal run back towards his goal to try and help cut him off. He was gone, wasn't he?
Well, and again, I just think that is symptomatic of the fact of not having that defensive. When Kyle Walker or Zinchenko fly forward all season, they go in with the confidence that Rodri sat there, that Fernandinho sat there, that there are others that are capable of minding the form a little bit. As Stuart said, they had 30 yards there, Chelsea, to run into right down the middle of the field.
There has been space for it, but also Chelsea have found that extra bit of space at times to help them into that situation.
I think that they know, Chelsea know that when they can intercept, when they can turn the ball over, if they get at the heart of City's defence very, very quickly, quite direct at times, they can hurt them.
They believe, don't they? Really believe right from the start here. And as you said in commentary, they've won the last two against this side, which whatever Pep wants to throw at them, Thomas Tuchel has got them believing that they can make it 3 in a row against them.
A lot of football to be played yet,
absolutely.
Tons of work still to do for Chelsea before they can lift this trophy aloft.
Well, it's by no means decided. It is by no means over. It is exactly the way that you want a final to be, though. It's open. It's going to continue that way, surely, or are we going to see a dramatic change right now? And what is Chelsea are going to do, and what has Tuchel said they're going to do at the moment? And what do Manchester City do right now? Royal blue is the colour right now, Jim Proudfoot.
Royal blue is indeed the colour. The one thing that you would have to say about Chelsea since Tuchel took over, their defensive record has been so impressive. They've only lost the one game in which they've led since Tuchel came to the club, and that was that freak 5-2 home defeat to West Bromwich Albion. If you take that out of it, they've only conceded 11 goals in 28 games since he's been at the helm. I think it's something like 15 wins, a draw and a defeat from 1-0 up. Champions League finals tend to go the way of the side that score first. This is the first time that Chelsea have ever led a Champions League final. The previous two both ended 1-1, with the opponent scoring first and Chelsea equalising before such differing fates in the respective penalty shootouts. No changes in terms of personnel at the beginning of the second half, and Manchester City in light blue shirts and white shorts, skiing from left to right. Run through the two teams for you in a moment. Chelsea have it back with their men in all royal blue, defending the end away to the right-hand side. City lineup: Ederson in goal, Walker, Diaz, Stones and Zinchenko. In midfield it's Silva, Gundogan and Foden up front, Mahrez, De Bruyne and Sterling. Chelsea, Mendy in goal, Azpilicueta, Christensen, who came off the injured Silva, and Rudiger. James, Jorginho, Conte, Chilwell, Mount and Havertz, and Werner up front. Gundogan the only man in the book. Kai Havertz on the score sheet. We're a minute into the second half. Talk Sport. And the clock ticking down now for Chelsea towards their second Champions League triumph. What will Manchester City's response be? Bernardo Silva heading the ball forward. Kevin De Bruyne is beaten to it by Rudiger. You are listening to Manchester City against Chelsea in the Champions League final. It's live on Talk Sport with McDonald's McDelivery. Order McDelivery now on the Uber Eats or Just Eat app. We deliver. Raheem Sterling in possession for City, and he's been brought down by James, and it's a free kick on the Manchester City left. Stuart Pearce.
Yeah, I think the format that this second half's following at the moment, Chelsea banked up behind the ball, very little space for City to operate in, and I think I can see that suiting Chelsea and taking the opportunities on the break.
Well, Manchester City have a set piece, and they've been few and far between. Zinchenko standing in a central position near the edge of the D. Kevin De Bruyne looks over it, trying to survey what angle to try and feed this inside the penalty area. Diaz is forward, Stones is forward, Bernardo Silva, bearded Portuguese international, in between the pair of them. Everybody back for Chelsea. They're trying to keep a high line. Christensen broke first. It was a really poor delivery, and it came to N'Golo Conte thigh high, and he was able to take a touch and then rifle it into the nearest Manchester City player, and out of play for a goal kick, which will be taken by Edouard Mendy for Chelsea. 48 gone. It's 1-0 to Chelsea on Talk Sport. Here's Andy Townsend.
Yep, start of the second half, and it's City that are playing in Chelsea territory. Chance there, they had to whip a dangerous set play in, but the delivery wasn't good enough. But again, they'll want to get on the ball. Nothing looks like it's changed too much from the shape that they were operating with in the first half, Jim.
Riyad Mahrez has it on the right flank for Manchester City, and goes back and sends over for John Stones. If the City fans are desperately praying for omens, we'll go back 7 years for the last time that the side conceded the first goal and ended up lifting the trophy, which was when Real Madrid left it very, very late against Atletico Madrid. Equalised in the third minute of stoppage time and then put 3 past them in extra time to beat them 4-1. Ball goes out towards Sterling. Sterling on the left flank. N'Golo Kante can bring it away, and a step forward from him. Sterling did well. He came back, won the battle of the two number 7s. Outmuscle Kante, find Zinchenko. Now to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva's got Walker making a run past him. Bernardo Silva used that as the decoy, came back inside to find Gundogan. Gundogan now working to Walker again. Silva's near the corner of the penalty area. Bernardo Silva onto his left foot, then checks back, drops his shoulder, gets it onto his right. Walker's ball inside the box, and it's caught by the diving end right man. The only couple of feet off the ground, and he comes out patrolling his penalty area very effectively. 4 gone second half.
I think City have got to do one or two things at the moment. They've either got to draw Chelsea out and get Chelsea on the attack, or they've got to overload in wide areas. And what I mean by that is, when you draw a line down the pitch or on the outside of the box, if there's 3 Chelsea players there, there's got to be 4 Manchester City players there to build up and get that overload, because otherwise it just suits Chelsea, and they seem adept at sort of dealing man for man or a number superiority.
Yeah, they've not been able to get to the byline, Stu. You're right. Kyle Walker did it once first half when he cut that ball back very, very close for Riyad Mahrez to apply a finishing touch, but since that moment they haven't really got into that area that they're so good usually operating in.
Forced to race to the edge of his penalty area as Walker's defensive header did find him. And City will ball out to the work and try and get going down the left-hand side with Zinchenko.
Tell you, Jim, you do not have to give Tuchel credit for the way that Chelsea are without the ball. They are so hard to break down. They're so diligent with their defensive work. Nobody seems to lose focus or concentration. Once or twice first half, Reece James nearly got caught out by Sterling, but just about got away with it. Since then, they defended really well.
What's astonished me, and this sounds as though it's an insult to Frank, and it's not meant to at all, but he's only been there 4 months. You think how the transformation has occurred from how Chelsea were when Tuchel took charge, when they're 8th in the Premier League and confidence was at a real low, and they'd lost 4 of the last 5 games on the road, to how they are now, 40 minutes away from being crowned kings of Europe. Here's Conte, trying to nudge his way past Gundogan, and he's succeeded. Finds Werner back for Conte. Now Jorginho has it on the halfway line, the man that ended Chelsea's Premier League seasons, their leading score was 7, which was the first time that a side that finished in the top 4 had a leading score with less than 10 goals in more than a century. Manchester City have it with Stones. There's also the lowest tally for a leading scorer for Chelsea in a league season since Ian Hutchinson back in 1975. Gundogan playing it to his left for Ruben Diaz. Now out towards Zinchenko. Zinchenko through the legs of Reece James to find De Bruyne. In front of the referee. That was just immaculate, and draws an implicit compliment from my esteemed colleague to my left-hand side.
I don't know whether he wants a game next year at West Ham, you know, but he's more than welcome. Honestly, Andy, I just absolutely love this kid. He's low maintenance. He's just snuffed out danger. He gets forward. He's got bags of energy. He doesn't give the ball away a great deal. Incredible player.
Now Chelsea will bring it forward as a result of that. Here's Mount. The offside flags up. Round in towards Werner. That is a free kick which will be taken by Manchester City. Just having another view of De Bruyne bringing the ball forward. And Conte's just got the big toe of his right foot to it on the slide, off balance. And no margin for error. Didn't need any.
I tell you what he does, N'Golo Kante. He's so good at how he operates. He frustrates the life out of players that play against him, because Kevin De Bruyne thought he just nicked half a yard on him here and got the wrong side of him, and then all of a sudden his powers of recovery are so good, wraps his foot around it, wins the ball fair and square to really frustrate and disappoint De Bruyne again.
Reece James has it for Chelsea, will play forward, and Werner is on the march. Sliding challenge at the other end of the field. Came from Diaz, just to make sure that he could Kick it out of the strike. Manchester City will break forward. The last team to take the lead in a Champions League final but lose inside 90 minutes was Arsenal against Barcelona 15 years ago when they dared to dream but came back after the red card with 2 goals in the last 15 minutes. This one is Manchester City 0, Chelsea 1, 8.5 into the second half. Guardiola lift this trophy for the first time in 10 years almost to the day since he led Barcelona to their 2011 success against Manchester. It was 10 years ago yesterday. Also won this competition as a player back in 1992 and was in the final a couple of years after that. Ilkay Gundogan has given away possession for Guardiola's charges though. He came in trying to get the ball away from Havertz and he mistimed it and he caught the outside leg of the man who at the moment still the long is the match winner. So this Chelsea free kick will be taken about 4 or 5 yards of the right hand touchline. The Chelsea fans that you can hear sea of royal blue shirts. Can Chelsea do to try and double their lead? It's the light blue shirts in a line laterally across the edge of the penalty area. Bernardo Silva a little bit ahead of them as Knight begins to fall in Porto. The ball swung inside the penalty area. Rudiger going up for it. Stones headed it away. Out further clear by Mahrez. Foden charge out after Conte. Conte turning it over his left shoulder. Gets it to safety. It's going to go out of play though. For a goal taken by Edison and Manchester City. And Chelsea got through the first 10 minutes of the second half with no one due alive. Lead 1-0.
No, Chelsea no.